morning. I am Anshul Kumar from the IIMT College of Management. Now we start my topic is here the object-oriented programming system in C++. So first slide is explain the concept of OOPS. Basically, OOPS is known as object-oriented programming system. So first line is explain the C++ is introduce the concept of object-oriented uh, to the C programming language. Basically, the C programming language is developed at AT&T Bell's lab, which is present in USA, and the C++ programming also developed the AT&T Bells. So this is the enhanced version. This is the enhanced version of the C. So in the other word, we can say the C++ is a superset of the C programming language. C++ follow the sub-concept like inheritance, data binding, polymorphism, which is explained step by step in next slides. The first point is here, the number of points explain the object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation. This is the point. These are the points which is involve the object-oriented programming concept. Okay. The first slide, second, next slide is explain. The first part is here object. Objects mean the real world things, which is take the space, which is lie in the word. That is known as object. Okay, and object is involved any programming that is known as the object-oriented programming. Okay, which is used to develop the lot of software, lot of the use the codes in other type of the concepts. This slides explain the object-oriented system is present in the middle and the rounding shapes. All the rounding here are polymorphisms, inheritance, capitulations, abstractions, a class and object. This figure is explained that all the concept is integrate object-oriented programming concept, which is used to develop it. The first next slide, this slide is explained the number of objects is like the word. First here, any entity that have the state and behavior is known as object. For the example, car, chair, pen, table, keyboards, bike, etc. The figures here, table take the space, pen take the space, bike take the space, and pen take the space, and the keyboard also the take the space. So we can say that everything is present in the world that is known as object. That next is here the class. What the class? The point is a class here. The class is defined. It is a blueprint of the object. It is basically the collection of objects which act to build the blocks. Classes contain the member functions. Like member functions is a variable's name and a function name, which is used to develop the object-oriented programming concept. In this figure is explained the car, CAR car have the wheel, bumper, and other things. That is the member of the data members. Data member is a part of the class, and member function the speed, engines, and the mileage. That is the functions. That is give the results. Speed give the result. Get 200 kilometers or 100 kilometers, 80 kilometers. Engines give the results. The 100 cc and 200 cc, and we can say the 1200 cc engines give the different type of the result, different type of the powers. Okay. Now, what is abstractions? Abstractions is a very important in the C programming concept. What is here? Abstractions helps to data binding process, which is used to binding the process of the data. It is have to display the features without showing the details of the functionality to the user. It allow to use it and without any explain the details. The word is encapsulations, very important word. Encapsulations is a explain the wrapping of the data, wrapping of the data and functions. That both part is the related to the class. This is the related to the class, is a member of the class. Wrapping of the data and function together in a single unit is known as encapsulations. It can be achieved by the making the data members so private and the member functions. Scope is public to access this data member. Encapsulation make the data no access to the outside the world. Just like we can other word we can say the encapsulation is related to the in capsule, which is the medical terms, which is present different type of medicines. Like here, data members and member functions. What is inheritance? Inheritance is a process in which two classes have is a relationship together each other and object of the of one class by the properties and features of the other classes. It have the two words. The first word's name is the base class, and other one is the drive class. They are member type, many type of inheritance present in the C++ and other object-oriented programming like Java, PHP, and .NET technology. Look here the diagram that a class have vehicle. Vehicle name is a class. We have the some features, and it is inherited by the class bus, car, and bike. A car, and bike is a drive class, or the class vehicle is a base class because it have the number of properties, number of the functionalities which is drive by the buses, which is drive by the car, which is drive by the bikes. Polymorphism. The word is polymorphism very important, which is explained. The polymorphism means the many forms. It is the ability to take more than one form. It is features that provide the functions or other an operator with more than one definition. It can be implemented using the function overloading, operator overloading, and function overriding and virtual function. Okay, that is the definitions here. The polymorphism is a simple word. One form use different things, but it gives the different results. Different results. There are two types. The first type is here. Diagram is explained. That is the compile time, and another is the runtime. The example of compile time polymorphism is a two type. The first type is known as a function overloading, and another type is known as operator overloading. But the runtime polymorphisms explain the virtual function concepts. Okay. The advantage of the C OOPS programming, there are many type of advantages. There are many type of advantages. It is the higher version of C. It is the have the many new features include in a C programming language. AT&T Wells provide the lot of functionality. This is here. The OOPS programming system provide the reusability to the code. This is a very important feature. C is not provide the reusability concept, but object-oriented programming concept have. C++ have the reusability functionality. If we explain any code in any class, we have used it by using inheritance concept. This code is in drive the next class and provide the reuse of the code as the same result. The next point is here, easy to maintain the code. Okay, to find out, we can develop the number of programs, number of programs as the number of functionality. If we find out if any functionality is not work, by not work, we are focused and find out the problems for the maintaining concepts by using the class and object and making it easy to maintain by restructured. And the next point is here that we have to data binding. Object-oriented programming have the next advantage is a data binding concept. Binding, this is not a data is drop out. They keep the data information, the safe form of the lakings. There's a concept here. Next is here, object-oriented programming is easy to implement, to develop the softwares. Next is a introduction of C++. So very introduction of C++. First point is here, the C++ programming developed designer steps up in AT&T Bells, the name of programmer which is developed the C++ programming. This programming have the number of the points. First point is here, variables, expressions, assignment statements, console input and output, programming style, libraries, and namespace. The first is here, point is here, explain the introduction of the C++. The C++, the origins, we can explain it, developed by the AT&T Bells laboratory. It is developed by the designer steps up, the name of the programmer, which is in head of department, head of department and the head of the number of programmers which is involved to develop it. This type of language, the name is the object-oriented C++ programming. Okay. The next thing is the low-level language, machine level language, high-level language. So we can say the C++ is a the language is a high-level language because it is used to develop the number of the application softwares. Basically, the difference between the low-level language, high-level language, and machine level. Okay, the machine level language is used to communicate to machine directly. Low-level language is used to communicate assembly language. It developed the assembly language concepts. But high-level language is used to human understandable symbols. This is known as the code of business logic. That term is the C++ terminology. That there are many terminologies present in the C++ programming. The first is the programs and functions. Basically, the program and functions, basic input and output, IO output is concepts, and C in C out. Basically, C in C out is a object operators. This slide is explain the number of code in line of code. Line of code is here the hash. The word is hash including IO stream. Hash is the meaning is the preprocessor. Include is the name of directory which is covered number of the files, which is also known as the folder, which is present in the TC compiler. IO stream is a name of other files which is used to in programming C++. The main is the main function name. This is called the calling functions. Sorry, this is called the called functions. There are a number of operators here. The C out, the C in is the operator. This is known as the input and output operators. Okay, there's a number of code here. There is explain the if and else and return type. The word is written zero is means the return zero. If zero is the integer value is written. It is explained by the main function. The main is have the int function. It means clear. The main is always return the integer value. Okay, the next point is the output. If the program is run, that they give the number of outputs here. Hello, writers. Writer welcomes to the C++. Then they give the results here. And the next is the C++ identifier. Identifiers is a very important in any programming language like C and C++. The word is here, the key words. We see words, the reserved words versus identifiers, the case sensitive and vertical of other identifiers meaningful the name. What is the keyword? The keyword is the reserved word which is used is present in C++ compile. We cannot use as a name of variable, as a name of constant, as a name of value, because is have a unique meaning for the developing the C++ compiler. The word is here variable. Variable is a memory location to store the data for a program. Must be clear the all data before using the program. And the word is constant. You know about the constant. The constant is also known as a value. That is the name is literal, which is stored a variable's location, and the word is there, the data type. The C++ have the lot of data type, just like a C programming language. The type is here, the short and short int. The data type have the 2 bytes memory, and the range of this data type is the minus 327,672 plus 327,767. Okay, just like a int have the 4 bytes, and its range is a 2147 4836472 plus 21474836447. That's the range of the data types. The int data types, int is a data type, short is a data type, long is a data type, int long is data type, float is a data type, double is data type. Float data type is also have the 4 bytes, but the difference between the int and float is the deal in the realistic value, like the 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, the 5.8. That's the real value. It is also known as the floating value. But the int is explain the integer value. This is the integer like 5, 7, 6, 3, and 4. And double. Double is a higher range of the float. Just like in long is the higher range of the int data type. The long int is a higher range of double, and care is a 1 bytes. This is a this type of data type hold the character type values like A, B, C, and D. Boolean. Boolean is the introduced in C++ is the it is a data type which hold two values, which have the two values. First value is known as true and other value is known as false. Data assignments rule. Yeah, this is very important. The data assignments rule. Follow the number of rules. For example, in the name of the name of data, the name of constant, and we use the assignments and goes to the literal. The name is 2.99 is the value of constant is known as the literals. Okay, but the assign the result is the 2, because this line is have the var in int. The integer is assigned. Integer is explained. It is assigned this var concept. Point double line is not assigned. If var is explain the flow, that the full value is the real time. Assign these concepts. That is the explain the number of literals, like 2 is the literal, 5.75 is the literal, and Z is the character type literals, and hello world is a string type of literals. And next slide is the literal data type. There are many literal data type. For example, 2 is the integer type literal, 5.7 double type literal, Z is the character type literal, and hello world is the string type literals. And escapes sequence, very important escape sequence. Escape sequence is just like a black slash is a escape sequence. It is follow the number of list here. The n slash n is used to explain the next line. Slash r is the used to the carry returns, and slash t is used horizontals. Slash a is explained the alert b. Double slash is used to double backslash, meaning same, is used to comment purpose. There is a number of here. There's a backslash v is vertical tab. Backslash b is used backspace. Backslash f use from feeds, and backslash questions is the questions mark. The name of constant. The word is constant is very simple. So if we use any type of value in our programming, C++, our programming, structure-oriented programming, or object-oriented programming, that is known as a constant. A constant is also called the literals. For example, we use the code cout Anshul backslash n. So backslash Anshul backslash n is a explain the literals, is explain the constant. It is a string type literal. That is the code which is you explained. Constant double rate. Double rate is the name of the constant, and the 6.5 is the value. This is a constant's value. It is also known as the literal value. Okay. That is the number of the constants here. The number of the codes here explained. Type casting. That type casting is very important for the any programming language. The casting a concept is converted the automatically one data type to another data type. Okay, there are the two type of castings present in C++. C programming also. The first is known as the implicit type conversion, and other is known as the explicit type conversion. If the compiler do itself to convert one data type to another data type known as the implicit type conversion. But explicit type conversion refer it is converted by the programmer with using the code. Okay, the explicit code is here. The line is clear. The double var equal to static name of the constant static start and the double enter in this value. Okay, it is explained as following the concept. Implicit also known as automatically. It is converted itself by the compiler. It is clear. It is an explicit. And for example, 72 is converted to and 5.5 is deal with adding the seams. The results here 70.00 plus 5.5 equal to 17.5. Okay, that is clear. The expression say caso implicit type conversions is 17 goes to the 70.0. Okay. And the console input and output. The console programming have the black window results that is used to operators. The name is C in C out. Basically, the name is console input input operator, and this is known as console output operator. But is known as the short form is C in C out. Definition of C++ library. Its definition is also present as C++ library. The name is IOStream. That is IOStream, not the header files, but is the library. The concept is library. The library have the its functionality. It must be the lines processor preprocessor directed. Okay, this is clear. This is the present. IOStream is also clear. The has include IOStream. IOStream is explained by use the number of line of code. Which is explained as following. Has include IOStreams and using namespace std and of lines. That is a tails here the programs. Whatever the can be outputting. Any data type can be outputting to display the string by using the variables, constant, operators, and expressions. That's the code. See out the lab set to the lab set to the number of the games and lab set games player. Okay. Libraries. The library is very important. C++ programming because C because C++ have the number of libraries to develop the number of programs. Okay, the expense here, the C++ standard library includes is explained. The hash include starting the lesson and number of libraries name is like IOStream, consoles, maths, then number of the libraries present to develop the using to develop the number of the code offline, which is used for C++ and programming concepts. If you use the number of maths and the string that are used to, if you use the any type of math operation that just like string copy, concatenations, that you use the string libraries. The function is present 100% present in these libraries, and the definitions is explained by this in this library. Okay. Namespace. Name is the collection of the definitions which is used to library. For example, are all the simple library definitions need to explain, and it is explained the keyword using the and space the name of the namespace, and the std is explain the definitions here. Thank you very much. This is my simple videos for the related to C++ object-oriented concept. Thank you very much.